see here. Good morning. I think it's still morning. I don't know. But let me get on YouTube so I can talk to you guys and see your comments because this journal here is, man, it's been in the makings for years. So this is a big deal to me because, oops. Looking for me, sorry. And I don't see it. I don't know why. There it is. Hello. Hello. All right, let me get my lights right. So this journal I purchased at an auction. I go to auctions and buy all kinds of stuff for our journals and for my shop and things. So I bought this years ago and it was in bad shape. I've showed it several times. I have photocopied every single page and listed it in my Etsy shop so that we can use this for years to come for our journals because I love mine to have that authentic feel. So as much as I love digital printouts, I still love to mix it in with, all my stuff. So anyway, I know it stinks to go on and on before I open it up, but anyways, so all the stuff, I also took out every single calling card that's in here and every single bird. So I have pages, calling card, and birds in my shop if you want to go use those, anytime. And then I sent this whole thing off to Daisy Collins at one point because she helped to do some work on it too and digitally remastered things for me and put it all together. She's the one that did all the calling cards for me. I'm looking for a ruler right now, actually, is what I'm doing because it's big. This is full page size, so it's 8.5 by 11, just like this. And the cover is bigger than that, so shoot. I thought I had my ruler here, but I guess I don't. But take my word for it. Let's see if this is a regular sheet of paper size, 8.5 by 11. So that's pretty much what this is. So it's a big journal. Usually our journals, we go like this, fold the paper in half, and that's our journal size. So this is double the size of what it usually is. And everything in here is from the 1800s and early 1900s. So I'm going to try to get this in the middle and then I'll see if I should close up or not. Okay. And then the spine is probably, I'd say, 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. I'm sorry, I can't find my ruler. If you guys want me to keep looking for it, I will. But anyways, so it was in pretty rough shape. So I did a hidden spine on this, and I've never done a spine like this before, but I wanted to make sure this was really done well. And so anyways, so I love this cover. It's embossed. And so it was falling apart and stuff. So I did have to put some Victorian velvet ink on here on the edges and stuff because it was wore down right to bookboard. And then I covered it with matte Mod Podge just because I had to seal this in. Like this was all, you can see all the scratches and like, I mean, it's been since 1800, so, it's that condition, definitely. And then after I did that, then I put the glossy accents over the top of the embossed pieces just to give it like a little shiny pop. And then I punched my holes in and just did the, what is this, muslin? Yeah. And then the hidden spine, I'll show you when we get in here. So I love this so much that I don't even want, it's tough for me to sell it. But it says, I think from Aunt Med is what it says. And then Faces in the Fire. I didn't try to repair this at all because I was afraid, that I would not have the right color or whatever. So I just left it like it is. And I just put the matte, either matte medium or the matte Mod Podge over the top of these just to seal them in. So it's got all the little die cuts and stuff. And they're warming themselves by the fire. So it's just gorgeous, you know. And all the stuff in here on the backs of like all the postcards and stuff, it has the 1800 and 1900, you know, markings from the post office and stuff. And so all the pages, I'll show you as I go through. So some of the pages, well, I'll show you as I go through. But anyway, so they're pretty thick and they've all been sewn and stuff. And then, you know, this is all vintage lace. And then I just wanted to put some stationery in here because I wanted to keep it a scrapbook, yes, but I still wanted to mix it up with the junk journal kind of way. So I kept to the scrapbook pieces in here and I'll show you them, but then I kind of made it a junk journal at the same time. So I wrapped up some safety pins and some muslin, and then this is like a little stick pin with the little flowers, and then it's got my little bows and a little vintage lady on here, and I just love the vintage lace. And then I just inked this up because it's embossed paper, and then made my little wax seal and stuff. And then it's on top of this weird paper. I don't know what this paper is, but the sheets are all one sheet. They're really long. I think it was like for drawing or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, so I got this and this out of a Victorian book, and I just backed it on some cardstock. And so you can tuck here and tuck up here. And it says Sweet Remembrance, and, you know, I Love You Truly was the sheet music that I was using right here. So I kind of wanted to do like a little Valentine page because in all of these Victorian books, Valentines are like a big deal. So I just kept some coffee stain paper in here so you can write in here. And then I'm using all of the old stuff that's in here. And this is a Valentine postcard from 1907. And that's the fun part of looking at these old stamps and stuff. And then one that wasn't stamped, so I just left it. And then this is an old sticker that I just put right here. And then I just ripped and inked right here. And then what I'm doing with this is I'm using, and this makes a bulky spine, but I think this one worked out fine to where I did just a right amount of pages because it's not an alligator mouth like my books usually are. It's nice, you know, and just regular. It's a little bit puffy, you know, which we like, but it's fine. I like it. And so the hidden spine is right here, and it's got the ease right here, the 1/4 inch ease, and then the fabric that it's glued on. And then I sewed this to this piece and then glued it in. So this one and this one are two separate pieces. So it's kind of interesting how I did it, but anyways. And then this is a old Valentine. I don't even know how old this is, but it has the names on the back and stuff, and it's just really old, and I just think that's fun. I love old Valentines. Love them. And then I just put a picture of a couple. I don't know if it's Valentine's Day or what, but it was ripped out of an old book, you know. So I just think that's fun. So anyways, you can see the fabric here, and this was, and it's embroidered even. It was a tablecloth, vintage tablecloth. And anyways, I just like the, you know, the Victorian stuff. Everything's pink and bright and, you know, all that. So I did a video on these, just, you know, the doily and the book pages and my little ribbon. I made this and dyed it and stuff and ripped it, and cheesecloth and little roses, and then these are Tsunami Rose, and I sewed around, and my little buttons. And then this one I love because I love gesso. It's got a little bit of a pink hue on it, brown paper. I just like the whole pink hue through the whole thing. And then this is pink, and then this sheet is for writing. You can write on the backs of these, and it just kind of flips on this pink sheet, which is Victorian kids, I guess, which is fun. I love that. And then I just have a bank receipt that I put on here and waxed with some more Victorian kids. It's just a bank receipt. That's fun. I like to put in as much vintage stuff as I can that's real, you know. So this book, everything in here is pretty much authentic, and I'll tell you if it's not. So this is an Easter, I don't know what it is, if it's a card or what, you know, it was just stuck down on one of the pages that I had to, you know, rip out of that book. And sometimes the pages were double-sided, so I had to pull off ones from one side. You know, I'll show you. But anyway, it's an Easter one, and it's really pretty. And back in the day, I think they used to use a varnish to cover some of this stuff up, and that's why it has that really awesome color. But I just put it on a hinge, and then I just am storing some coffee stain pages back here so that I give you plenty of spots to write, because I'm getting crazy with the embellishments, because you know I love to heavily embellish mine. So my books are always really big with embellishments, and then I just rip the edge and ink everything, and it's really fun. And then I noticed in all of the journals I was buying, the Victorians, you know, journals, they all had the cats, all the kitties. So I had to have a page of kittens. So I found some really good stationery this last summer with the kittens and the roses, and they're just so sweet, and little birds, and it's pink and white dots. And I dyed it on the coffee stain on the grate pan, so you get a good markings. And then I think these kitties were Tsunami Rose kitties. And then my dot pan, and I waxed this all up. I did videos on this and stenciled in the kitty prints and all that stuff. And then I just used the note card for the tuck spot, so you can write in there. And then a couple of crooked pages here, I just made some add-ons, so you can write with that one. And then it flips over here, so there's a tuck spot. I just put an envelope in there so you can storage. And then the kitties again, and it pulls out like this, so you can write on there. And then again with the sheet music and the kitties, a couple of kitties on here, and then I ink the edge and rip the edge and stuff. So I just love the kitties. I just love the kitties. And then this is an actual, okay, this is an actual page from the 1800s book. This one says 1879, and this is where I got the cats from, because they always have the cats. And this one is especially delicate and beautiful. I don't even want to touch it. It's got this lace work on here that this open, like you can see the cat, and it's supposed to open. It's on a little hinge. So it's supposed to open right here so you can see the kitten and stuff, but it's really delicate and beautiful. And then the calling cards on here, all authentic. And this was authentic too. It came off one side, but I just glued it here just a little bit. So you could tuck something in there if you want to, but I just liked this because it's all authentic 1800s items, which I love. And some of the pages I had to rip and then sew. I did not cover this with anything because I don't know, if it was mine, I wouldn't want anything over the top. I want to feel that old paper, you know? So I left it. So that's an actual page, which is really interesting. All these die cuts were from Germany, and I just left them like they were. They had the big roses in the middle, you know. And I don't know if you guys ever bought any sheets like that, but they're gorgeous. And I have a whole baggies full of stuff. It was one of these sheets right here. And I just took the middle piece out and left the frame, and that's what I glued down right here. And then an envelope underneath, and there's some really old paperwork and stuff in there, and then I just put the bird there. But it's all these are from Germany, so I have a really good stash of things that I'm using in here. And then this was from another book that my mom gave me, and we just thought it was really interesting. So you can put your own family photos in here if you want to, and write right here, you know, what it is. And then I just love this. But for now, I just put a Tim Holtz in there just to give you the idea of what you can do here. So I just think that's neat. And I love this old parchment or whatever it is. It's so thick. I don't even know what the heck. But anyways, I just put a couple pictures there to show what you can do. And then this was actually a file folder, a whole piece of one. And so I just like the tab and then the matching stationery. I have lots of stationery in here that I found this summer at garage sales and stuff. So I just love all the vintage stationery. I don't know how old all this stuff is, but it's got to be at least the 80s, you would think. I don't know, but I know in the 70s and 80s I used to buy stationery as a kid, you know, and just loved it. So I'm still in love with it. Anyways, so this page was in here. This is an authentic page that was in the 1800s journal, and it's got all the pansies and look at the eggs and stuff. And I just put one of my, and it's ripped and sewn and inked, and it's real thick and stuff. And I put one of my little tabs on here, but more importantly, I found in my stash some stickers. I guess I can leave that on there. Doesn't matter really, but they're the same, you know, all the little pansies and stuff. So I wanted to include them. And then one of my little coin roll, little pocket, so cute. One of my little coin roll clips. So I put that up there. Adorable. Anyways, this is for sale and it's listed in my Etsy shop. I'm going to be doing these all winter. This is going to be the one with the authentic cover though. The rest of the covers I'm going to have to make, but I still have lots of pages and a whole bunch of, like I just showed you, that whole bag full of stuff. So I'm going to have several journals made from all these items, but this is the one that's going to have the authentic cover. So I'm just saying, if it was me buying one, I would want this one because of the cover, you know. But anyways, so this one I put on a couple little hinges, and it's sewn and inked, and there's the tab. And then this is just on here. It's just an envelope you can put here, hang here, whatever you want to do. But one of my pretty envelopes with all my stuff on, and it's glistening and pretty and all my pink stuff. You guys know all the stuff I do. So I did think I did videos on these, but it's cute. And anyways, I like the blue Danube, and it's all romantic, and she's got her flowing dress. And so I just love that dress. So I dug and dug until I found a blue dress and one of my paper dolls. But she's so big that I can't use this unless I have a big journal. So anyways, I love this. So I found a blue dress. It's just clipped here, so it flips up. You can tuck or whatever, but it's glued at the top. So I thought that was really fun. And I know we're getting a glare here. I'm trying not to, but it's a big one. And then Cottage Rose Garden. This one is all waxed. I love it so much. I love this one so much. All the yummies on it and buttons. And this was Tsunami Rose, and it's glazed. And my dot pan coffee stain paper on the back. This was a vintage. Ooh, see, I almost wrecked it. I didn't know that was right there. Oh, see, this is a piece. Ooh, it's a real one from 1800, so you got to be careful, but it's just like a little postcard thing. I really don't know what, you know, what they were using them for or what they were, but anyways, it's just, it's an envelope, actually. It's a junk mail envelope, and I'm just decorating it, and it's got the pink cheesecloth and my, just lace and stuff and appliques and just fuzzies, you know, around. And then inside the envelope is, I love the stationery, and so I've been finding rose stationery, and roses are my favorite. So I just put it in. It says Cottage Rose Garden, so I just used it for that, which I love. So their full sheets go right in here. I love that. So you can use it for writing and let them hang out and kind of just look messy. Kind of fun. And then this side, you can see the window, and I just left it. Calling card and one of my big ruffles and some tatting. I love that. And then here's a vintage page that was, and I love the slipper and the color of these. These are all authentic. This is an 1800s page out of the book. And then I just have a huge clip that this is an 1800s wedding dress piece. And this is some really old lace too. And then I made a wax seal and just Martha Stewart punched some paper and just stick it in here so that we have some draping down here of the lace. So that looks really pretty, and I just love the roses. This is one of my favorite spreads right here, one of my favorite pages. So pretty. Oh, this one's really nice too. I love this clip because it's the paper clip, you know, that one of those huge jumbo ones. And then I just put two of my Rolodexes on, a plain one and then one I embellished. So it just looks, it's cool. I just like it. And then I stuck in this underneath there. So I like the white wax seal. It's just a little envelope. There's papers inside, and it's Tiffany & Company from Lorna Taylor Stamps. She's on Instagram. And then this one I love. This is an old piece that was in the old book, and it's varnished or something to get that color, you know. So rosebuds with the butterfly. I love that so much. And then I just backed it on some cardstock, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So I just put another junk mail envelope on the back of it. So this one's really cute because it's got forget-me-nots. These are Tsunami Rose, but this is a piece out of this Victorian book. Oh, this one ain't it. Where is my Victorian book? Oh, here it is. I'll show you. So I'm mixing the real stuff with, like, I have this book that I used and this one, but only a few pieces. This one. So I'll show you the pieces that I used, and this was one of them. So it looks like it might be real, but it's just not. It's a book page. And then I just put my lace here, and here's the hinge for that. And then my 2 little envelopes with the little mini buttons and stuff. And then there's 3 sacks glassine that I coffee stained here. And then I glued it down so you can put stuff in the back. So this one just has the cute little booklet, and there's some surprises. These are waxed little tags, really cute ones. I did videos on those. So that's pretty like that. And then I put this on to keep it so it doesn't flap. And then I put my envelope behind so it looks like that. Love it. I'm obsessed. And then this is actually coffee stained tracing paper, I think. I just love how it came out. I'm obsessed with this too. So I just like it. And I put in some of this. Is weird. It's just from this old book. And it's The Majesty of Gladness and how you can grow and be a happy person. And it comes from these old book of quests and conquest book. This is really weird, but it's written by a PhD, a doctor, and he was talking about mental health, and he uses, you know, different words and Bible quotes and different things to, you know, promote happiness or whatever. And then here he's talking about enthusiasm, and it's the majesty of gladness. So I just think that's cute. Anyways, the general store stamp, that's Lorna Taylor. And then I just decorated up my bag and put stuff on. And you can see the fabric here. And this is another junk mail envelope. And here's the stationery on the inside again. It's that vintage stationery. And it's got purple ribbon and flowers around and all that stuff. So that's really fun. I love to use my old stationery. So that's really fun. And then these are all 1800s pieces. You can tuck something in there if you want to. This is a whole page of the original book, which I love. I love the hand with the flowers. It's so pretty. And all these vintage names. It's fun. I love this one. And then I sew it around, and then I have to back it with copy paper, you know. So that's what I was doing. And then, so I got out the pink roses again, because you know how I love those with the card and the tuck spot and the old stationery. I love the stationery. Stationery again. Here's another one with the roses at the top. And then here's a rose, and you can tuck stuff back here with the lace on the bottom. So that's fun. You can see the fabric. I love you truly. So it's kind of like a romantic, you know, 1800s. Here's one of my little tabs and the fabric again, and this is another 1800s page. It's really beat up and stuff, and I just love it. And it's inked, and I ripped and sewed and backed it with the copy paper again. And then here's one of my tags that I made that's ripped up. This is Tsunami Rose, Forget Me Nots, and my little message in here for you in the little envelope. You can open it up or slide it out. And then I just layered all the pretties and waxed it all, and I just love that one. And then I script stamped on here. And then here's the other side of the other one where you can put pictures in. Here's one of my cardboard embellishments with the roses on and the tatting. And then again, the suggestion of the pictures inside. But these are the comic babies from, I don't know. Doesn't say a year on these ones. But these ones they put in like the flour cans and the baking soda and the sugar bags and stuff. And so they're really fun. And I just love the parchment. And then again with my, this stuff. And then this one is Bubbles of Sunshine. And it still talks about, you know, happiness and different things. So it's just cute. Just cute. And then again, another, this one flips open though. It's really cute. And then I left it a tuck spot and put some vintage cards in here. But I love this page. Look how pretty these are with all the hands and everything and the pretty little flowers. And I just love it. This one I did cover with a matte medium because the pages were getting to be so bad. So this one does have a slight film over it, you can see, but it's just for preservation. It's fine. It's not too shiny or anything, but it's just gorgeous, I'm telling you. Just gorgeous. And then I backed it with my coffee paper. And then here's one of my junk mail envelopes again. And it has the tag on the inside here. You can take out, and it says vintage and all the pretty stuff, the lace, and then you can get inside here with the papers you can pull out to write on. And then one of my little tabs here, so cute. Tim Holtz and Tsunami Rose paper, just tucks there. And then one of my pretty little envelopes with the Martha Stewart punch paper, and then a couple crooked pages with some lace and just, and then here's another one of the 1800s pages with one of my tabs. I sewed in ink, and then I script stamped, and I love this paper. Oh, I love that. Love it. And then this is one of my blue ruffles and another one of my little clips. And you got little pockets here, and this flips open, and it's got pages to write, and this flips. And this is another 1800s page. And there's my fabric strip, so it all kind of flips and flops together. And then this is quite, I mean, I think it's interesting. Anyways, this is just a little tuck you can put there, but I made some of these corners so that you could like keep this part together if you want to. So it's just some really neat fabric and cardstock, you know, but I just love it, and it's sparkly and pretty. And I kind of cupped these back pages together because they're like kind of like the writing spots, or where you could, you know, write your things, because I left it mostly like, here's a cardboard piece, but what did I do here? Oh, I just left it for kind of like writing like this in the back, and then I cupped this on them like this, so you can keep the writing stuff like together, or like it's kind of like a bookmark or something, you know. And then on the back, I'm just stunned. I love this so much. I tried to get it up so I could use it for a cover, but I can't. Persian Marriage, 80 years ago. And this was already 100 years old, so this must have been, you know, like a couple 100 years old. They're trying to say, look how gorgeous it is. Oh, I hate to get rid of this. It's so beautiful. And the birds down here, the pigeons. And it's a wedding scene. It's just gorgeous. And I did put a matte medium over this. And it's bubbled and things, you know, but I did cover it and stuff to preserve it and stuff. So anyways, I just love this journal. And the back is embossed as well. It's really neat. I don't know, but I really love how it turned out. And then the lace and stuff on the spine. I wanted to leave it so it laid flat when you opened it up. And then I'm sure I'll have to do medium or large flat rate box. I'm not sure because it's pretty heavy. So anyways, I'm going to go into group, and I will post some pictures in there, and go over to my Etsy shop and take a look if you would like to. I appreciate you stopping in, girls. See you later. Bye.